Hello and welcome to Is This Good? The show where we boldly, conclusively, and scientifically decide what things in this big wide world are good. I'm Matt Austin, and with me are three amazing panelists from No Dunks, Trey Kirby, Jay Skeets, and Jason Doyle. Welcome to Is This Good?
Yeah! How's it going, Matty O?
Things are going great. As you can see, I'm not, if you're watching, I'm not where I normally am. I'm in my grandmother's apartment, so who knows what noises we shall be hearing today. A phone ring, probably. A vacuum, likely. Not a joke. First day here that I slept here, I was woken up to the sound of a fax coming through.
Oh, come on!
That's a true story.
What was the fax about?
Somebody's back.
The fax was coming from Florida, and it was so I think it was an architectural design coming through.
What? Your grandma was getting this? This is incredible. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if I could turn my computer, which I can't because this is not my setup, you would see it's one of those brothers, where it's like a fax machine, copier, scanner, all in one.
Oh, it does it all. Yeah, nice.
They were so hot.
So you're in Montreal then right now. You're in Canada.
Yes, this is an international edition of Is This Good?
Awesome. How long you been up there? A week or so?
I've been up here about a week or so. Yes, I have indeed.
All right.
Have not done anything except see family and eat.
Poutine?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Which is good.
Yeah. Done. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming. If you have topics for a future show, send them to @StartersMatt on Twitter or email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. The premise of the show, again, it's very simple. I'm going to give you a topic and you tell me if it's good. And if you're watching live in the stream team, remember, please vote as each topic comes up because you could break a tie. We're 4 people here.
Oh, yeah.
And I think last week the stream team broke some ties and it was thrilling.
Hell yeah.
Okay, here we go. First topic, pranks. Are they good?
Wow. That is a wide encompassing topic, I feel like.
I'll start because I feel like I'm going to be in the minority on this. Pranks are good.
Okay.
I can't believe it. I thought I hated pranks. When I saw this come across in the document, I thought, pranks, come on, man. This is an easy one. This is too easy. These are not good. Pranks are annoying. April 1st, one of the worst days of the year on the internet because April Fool's Day, everybody pulling dumb little pranks. But a good prank is really good. Like a Tom Green era prank, great. Jerky Boys prank calls, those are great. Yep. These days, kids these days with their pranks, they think a prank is just eating something gross. That's just funny.
That's just Survivor.
That ain't a prank, though. But a straight up good prank is nice. A simple prank, you're hiding around the corner, your friend comes by, you got your ass out, and you mooned them, and they didn't even expect it. Come on, that's a classic prank.
So you think something as basic as that is a prank?
The more basic, the better. In fact, a whoopee cushion I saw was on the thumbnail.
Yes.
Hilarious prank. Still very, very funny.
Farts are always funny.
Farts are always funny. And if it's a mutual prank, even better. Like, you prank me, you know I'm pranking back. And then I'm expecting you to prank me after pranking you in the first place.
A prank war, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, a little bit. Or at least an escalating prank situation here. So I couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to hate pranks coming in because they're a little bit dead right now. You know, the prank call game has changed completely with everybody getting cell phones with, caller ID built into them. So you can't prank call like you used to be able to. But all in all, I'm going good. Pranks are good. Sorry.
Okay, well,
sorry. This isn't a prank.
Hey, I accept your apology. But you were saying, like, I walk around the corner and boom, there's your ass right in front of me,
gotcha.
right?
Sounds funny.
You haven't really done anything to me. I think my problem with pranks, especially as we've moved into the YouTube era of pranks and the TikTok era of pranks, is that a lot of them are just assault or harassment or bullying masquerading as a prank.
Yeah. Those are the bad pranks.
Those are bad pranks.
Okay, so what's the line? Because yes, you're asked, nothing's really happening to me. A whoopee cushion, I am the primary mover of the prank in that I'm sitting on the fart machine. But for instance, I was sort of inspired of it because I saw Jay Caspian Kang tweeted that basically, like I just said, all pranks are veering into assault, and they're not even funny anymore. So he shared this video, which we don't need to watch. I'll briefly describe it. So here's the entire prank, and it's by these Nelk boys.
Those rascally Nelk boys.
Down on Country Road 4.
Prank away, boys.
I'm staying at my grandmother's, and I turned into my grandfather. I said Nelk boys like they were on an old wanted poster.
Yeah, we gotta get them.
Okay, so basically, here's the entire prank. They're at a driving range.
Yeah.
And they walk over to a guy who has his back to his canister of balls, and they start pulling the balls out of his what are those called? A pail
bucket,
of balls.
yeah, whatever.
And another guy that's at the driving range catches them. He's like, "Hey, man, what are you guys doing? You're stealing his balls." And they're like, "Well, he's not using them." And they're like, "Yeah, he is." And they're like, "No, he's not. Yeah, we're just gonna take him." Then they take the whole pail. And the guy's like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" And as he starts to come at them with his golf club, they're like, "Oh, it's a prank! It's a prank!" And they point to the guy filming. And they're like, "Oh, man, you're so nice, man. It's so fun to prank people like you that are good people. We'll buy you a pail of balls." And the other guy's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck you." And then the video just ends.
Right.
So, like, first of all, good on that guy for not... Because I do feel like a lot of people are getting pranked, and then they're like, "Oh, there's a camera there." And they're like, "You got me."
Man, I just got nelked so hard.
Nelked so hard, the Nelk... What am I even talking about?
Got nelk. I mean,
Okay, so this is... These are the problems. These are problems with my pranks. So, do you think that any prank that involves sort of hurting someone or coming at someone is a valid prank? And then, sub-question, does the person who's being pranked matter? Because I see a lot of pranks where people are pranking down when they should be pranking up. Like, for instance, if it's a prank in your office, it might be fun to prank your boss, or it might at least transgressive, but it's not really cool to prank, say, the janitor.
Yeah. I think there's something to that. I think it does, to answer your first question there. I think it absolutely matters who the person being pranked is. That's a big part. I see Dunkmaster in the stream team here. He says, pranks are annoying. Pranksters always assume I want a part of their fun. I'm a grumpy man. I don't want to have fun. So... the Dunkmaster, you should know that.
Would never prank
theory.
that.
You should never prank the Dunkmaster.
No chance.
But someone, like I said, I would laugh if I walked around the corner and your bare ass was hanging out.
Guaranteed, it's gonna happen.
I'm still not really 100% convinced that's a prank.
Cool. That is a prank.
But I'm in on it, and I would.
That's the next poll. What is this a prank? Mooning.
So, yeah, I think it matters, Matt, and I think there is something to like the pranking up or down, as you put it. I agree with that. I think a simple, harmless, silly, if you want to call it that, prank are the best pranks, and these more elaborate or just like straight up like aggressively bullying or malicious, like those are brutal. Yeah, how is that? It's not funny.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah. When you're the naked guy or you're the guy with your ass out around the corner, you're the ass, right? It's like, whoa, there's Trey and his ass is hanging out.
Yeah.
I mean, one time we did a prank, I can't remember. I was just with a bunch of guys, and one of the guys got up to go to the bathroom, and then somebody said, "Would it be hilarious if you came back and we were all naked?" And so we took all of our clothes off, and we just sat there, and the guy comes back from the bathroom, and we're just all sitting in the exact same position, just having some beers and whatever, but completely naked, like, and just to see the look on his face, which was priceless, So no TikTok, no cameras.
I was gonna
back
say,
then.
do you wish you could have Nelk style filmed it and put it up?
I mean, honestly. Yes, I think it would have been great, but I haven't seen that on TikTok. Actually, these kids today, they're not doing the harmless naked prank.
Well, Matt, where do you fall on this?
I'm a definite not good, because I think at the heart of every prank is like a power imbalance where the person that's pranking has all the information and they know how everything's going to go, and the prankee doesn't know what's going on. So it's sort of like, I don't know. I just personally find it unpleasant. Look, I find if someone threw me a surprise party, I would consider that a prank.
Yeah.
Because I don't know there's a party.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, won't it be so funny? Because he doesn't like it when, people surprise him and we'll be in his house. So I just think that...
I want to pop out behind that wall so badly right now. We're in your grandma's house. We reconstructed the classic factory in another room in your grandma's apartment or down the hall. That would be a good prank.
Or if just Lee would just poked his head around that the corner there, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Lee in your grandmother's house. Now that is a good prank.
That is a good prank. Have you ever pulled a prank on? Well, JD, I mean, you just or give me either someone pulling a prank on you. Does anyone have a good pulling a prank on you story?
I struggle to think of ever being pranked. I mean,
I got my ass pranked once upon a time.
yeah.
Yeah.
By an ass?
No. It was an April Fool's Day joke. Came downstairs. My cousins are like, "You want some tea?" Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh God.
You want some sugar? Yeah. I don't actually like tea, but I love sugar. Sugar. Mad sugar. Stir it up. Guess what?
Salt.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Literally 25 years ago, still fuming.
You got nailed.
Got nailed.
Bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet on TikTok, but that's a good one. I mean, that's a simple prank, and it stuck with me for years. To the point where every time I put sugar in tea these days, I'm like,
Oh, you're second guessing.
I'm checking the crystals. How fine are these? They better not be coarse.
Wow.
Scarred for life.
Yeah.
Trey and JD, where do you stand on pranking your children? Because like, for instance, like the Jimmy Kimmel thing, like your kids go for Halloween, they get a big haul. Tell them they got to go to sleep. Then when they wake up in the morning, tell them you ate all their candy.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it, obviously. Every day is a new prank around here. I lie to them. I make things up. I threaten them with, taking stuff away from them. No, I'm kidding. But, I guess the biggest prank is the Santa prank, right? Like,
The biggest prank of them all.
The prank, yes. Who's bringing
Santa's
these
such a
presents? I mean, it's the only time I really can think of a time that I actually bald-faced lied to my children.
So you think, wow, I never thought about that. You think the whole Santa ruse of you buying the gifts and writing Santa on them, in a way, is a prank.
Kinda. These fools think some fat, a fat bearded guy did give it to them, but not the one they're thinking of.
But that's mere coincidence.
Matt, do you think Santa pranks up or pranks down?
Well, down the chimney.
Right.
You know what? Now that I think about it, in your Christian cultures, where does he go back up the chimney?
Yeah, I
When
think
he's done?
Oh, yeah.
It's not really a Christian tradition.
He lays his
The
finger
Santa
aside
prank.
his nose and jets right back up.
Okay.
After some cookies and milk, of course.
Well, yeah, and he says, "Gotcha," before he leaves. All these presents, it was a prank. It was a prank. Don't get mad.
What do the people say? I'm actually curious.
Wow,
'Cause I
this
think-
one is
It's
close.
tight, yeah.
158 votes right now. 51% say no. Pranks aren't good.
Wow.
Maybe I can
58%
change
say
their
no.
minds, though.
You know what would have been interesting? Like, I do wonder what the vote would be, maybe even our opinion. Like, if we just said April Fool's Day pranks, I think it's like 90% of people are going no.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a good point.
April Fool's Day is it's down bad right now.
Yeah.
Like,
We need another prank-based holiday because April Fool's is ruined at this point.
And I think social media, a big part of it, like, because you can just like literally write a lie and then, or make it just
Gotcha.
believable enough and then be like, I gotcha,
Yeah.
check the calendar.
But we used to love doing April Fool's.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It used to be hot. In the 90s, April Fool's Day was all the rage.
Yeah.
But
Those are the
not
days.
anymore.
Those are the days of pranking.
I guess I'm ultimately, that's tough.
I feel like such a hypocrite. I'm going to say no, but I loved the Jackass movies.
Yeah.
I love seeing people fall down. I love that kind of stuff. Like I've taken very inappropriate pictures with strangers' cameras just to let them walk away and go, what is that? not knowing they're looking at, some part of my body that they shouldn't be looking at. You know what I'm saying? I love that stuff. The prank that you're not there for the punchline, I love it. But if I get caught up in like a flash mob or something, that's my fucking nightmare. Like
A flash mob is a prank?
isn't it? I mean,
I don't know. Everything's melding into each other. Like,
Right.
first of all, what's the difference between a prank and a stunt on the internet now? Like, those are melding into each other too.
Well, what about what's his name? Carmine Laguzio from I Think You Should Leave, when he puts a bunch of shit on himself and then he's in the mall. Is that a prank? It's called Prank Show, I think.
Yeah, well, he just doesn't want to be around anymore.
I know it goes badly.
He knows the pranks are not good.
Yeah. Well,
You keep saying pranks aren't good, but every time a prank has been described on this show, it's getting laughs.
Yeah.
Every description of a prank is funny.
Well, but because people have lost the ability to prank responsibly. I mean, I guess maybe you think responsibility and pranking don't go hand in hand, but they do go hand in hand. There's a sacred bond between the pranker and the prankee.
Yeah.
And it should be funny, and pranks aren't funny anymore.
See, here's the key, I think. You don't want to prank up. You certainly don't want to prank down. You should be pranking side to side. People that you
lateral
know
prank?
well, you're on the same level,
Yeah.
and they will have the opportunity to prank you back.
Yeah, you can't get
so
pranked
that's
by
the
a
rule.
stranger.
Only prank a friend.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw one recently. Is this a prank? I gotta ask. And I saw it on social media. Nora showed me, and I laughed my ass off. I thought it was so harmless, but such a great prank. I guess it's sort of similar to your get naked thing while the guy's in the can, JD. But it's a bunch of wives getting together and buying the same shirt for all of their husbands,
I saw that,
and then they're going
A harmless
out.
prank.
That is a great prank. Like a hilarious prank. Every time the new husband comes in and he sees what he's wearing and he thinks he's wearing his brand new great shirt his wife got him. It's the exact same shirt. Love that type
And
of prank.
there's such a slow burn on that as well,
Yeah.
because as each guy comes in, it just gets funnier and funnier and funnier. I'm changing my answer. Pranks are good.
That's good. I like that, JD. Keeping an open mind. So we got Trey, good. JD, good. Skeets?
I'm going good. Yep.
Oh my God!
With these rules in place, I feel the prank responsibly. I'm absolutely good. And can I read you just a quick thing from a website when I was looking up pranks, Matty O? Because I think you would have you'll get a kick out of this. Is it
from pranks.com?
It's not. No, it's from Nelk.com. No, it's from WikiHow. You know, there's this version of Wikipedia.
I've learned many things from WikiHow.
This is sort of a new site to me somehow. But anyway, there's a site on how to use a whoopee cushion. And I just want to give you it's like 5 steps, and I thought they were hilariously laid out. First one, and there's great photos too. The first photo is someone holding a credit card in focus and the whoopee cushion in the background, okay? Buy the cushion, step 1, Matt.
Yep,
okay?
agreed.
These can be bought at a convenience store for about $1. Try not to get the ones that say whoopee cushion on it. Try to get one with just the plain colors with little to no words. All right?
Are you telling me a whoopee cushion is still only $1?
Yeah, that seems... I don't know when this was written.
Crazy that
Is whoopee
inflation
cushion
hasn't affected a whoopee cushion.
Is whoopee cushion like Xerox in that we say, could you Xerox that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or there was a company called Whoopee?
That's a great quote. I feel like
back
whoopee
in the
cushion
day
is
that-
like Kleenex, yeah.
Oh,
That whoopee
definitely.
cushions were invented. Didn't whoopee mean fucking?
Yeah, you're right. Making
Sex
a whoopee.
cushion.
Yeah,
Making whoopee.
All right. Well, they changed it. You're right. They just took control of the word and
What's the generic term? Fart bag?
probably. Okay, step 2.
Fart sack.
Step 2 is blow up the whoopee cushion. Blow it up slightly, not to the point that it's full. This will give away the cushion. Fill it up halfway.
Disagree with this.
Totally disagree.
Okay, hold on. Hide the cushion. Step 3. Don't put it above the cushion of the place. Put it under a pillow.
Yeah.
No
brainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Step 4. It was just worded a little odd. Lure your victim to the seat. This is my favorite one that they laid out here. Don't just say, sit here. This will make it noticeable. You got something up your sleeve. Strike up a conversation and say, hey, let's sit down. Don't act too eager.
This is good.
Don't keep smiling and snickering.
Oh.
Just wait for them to sit on the cushion, and then the final step here to execute the whoopee cushion prank, announce it. Don't start randomly laughing and slapping your knee. Announce it and wait to see if people laugh. If they do, laugh too, but don't laugh first.
Sorry, what's announce
I
it?
know.
What?
I think they're missing the part. Fart happens.
It's a fart. The fart announces itself.
But I think this write-up is saying, don't say, fart bang under you. Let it breathe a little bit.
Oh, I see.
And let the person figure out, did I accidentally fart? Who farted? Was that you? Was that me? And then just don't laugh first. Anyway, those are the 5 steps according to this website.
But if you're still using a whoopee cushion, first of all, and not like putting a Bluetooth speaker under someone's chair with the, with various fart sounds, a squeaker, a long and wet, a big blast. I just don't think there's any reason to be using a whoopee cushion anymore.
I think you can't replicate the true sound of a properly inflated whoopee cushion.
I tell you, if you put
That's so true. The fart speakers sound fake.
100%.
You can tell, man. You can tell that's not a real fart.
I agree.
Whoopee
JD,
cushion could
Yes.
just slip.
as a sound expert, you could do some Foley. You could go into the field and record some farts.
Yes, I have actually. I've recorded farts before for my job.
Wait, are you serious?
Well, yeah, but I didn't. I wasn't recording actual farts. I was recording Rachel giving me Zerberts on my belly.
Is that a prank?
It was a. Me holding a.
That was so much creepier than recording her farting. I don't know why.
Well, I'm following people around there with a mic to their ass,
Well, I would just maybe tape a lob to their cheeks.
Tape a lob? Are you crazy?
How do you feel about this comment, Matty O? Jeremy says, wedgies are the pranks of basketball.
I mean, kind of a pump fake. Well, you thought I was shooting.
Yeah, you're right.
A pump fake is a prank. All right, so anyways, you guys are going good. I'm not going. I'm going
Can
not
I
good.
convince you? Can I convince you with one prank? I pulled a prank recently.
Oh, yeah. This is good.
Okay, sure.
It's
I'll
true.
do
I
it.
pranked within the last month. I was the best man. I was the best
And I'll
man
prank
in a wedding.
again.
I was the best man in a wedding. And do you know about the first look, Matt?
Oh yes, I've seen this prank on the internet too.
What?
Trey, you weren't the first.
I'm changing my mind now regarding pranks. I was the first look in the wedding of Adam here out in Hawaii. His fiance at the time, his wife now, messaged me and said, "Hey, if I find you a wedding dress, will you wear it for the first look?" I said, "Sure. If you can find one for a 6'5" man, do it."
That's great.
Showed up in Hawaii. Bunch of groomsmen trying to figure out how to put on a wedding dress was comical in its own right. And then look how this prank went over. I don't know if this is truly a prank, but it felt like it at the time.
Yeah,
That's absolutely a prank.
yeah, gotcha. That's a great guy.
A harmless prank.
That's a
Harmless
great gotcha,
prank.
harmless prank. Pranking sideways, to my friend. He probably won't have the exact same option for pranking, but he'll have an option or an opportunity to prank me at some point in the future.
But
That's-
what's going to happen is someone's going to take this first look prank and they're going to go too far.
Probably so.
So
yeah.
I don't even know what that would mean off the top of my head.
You end up marrying that person.
You
prank
go through
marriage.
with the entire wedding. Yeah.
Fine, I'm getting married.
Yeah, 10 years plus. Yeah, really commitment to the bit. Okay.
I respect.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
But Trey, I'm sorry you didn't convince me. I spent too much time at summer camp with people thinking a prank was pulling down my pants. It's
Yeah. Pulling down your own pants is the prank.
That's
you got it.
All right, 51% no. Official answer.
Wow.
It's out of here.
Okay, thank you, Stream Team. Our next topic comes from listener Cooper S, who asks, releasing a TV series all at once, is this good?
JD, you go first.
Well, I'm torn on this one too because things like Lost. Really enjoyed the ride on Lost.
Yeah.
Lost is actually the show that got me into podcasting because I would listen to 3 Lost podcasts way back in the day.
Wow.
When we even before we started this podcast, which is a long time. And I just love the water cooler what the hell is the hatch? What the hell is going on with the Dharma Initiative? Okay, it didn't go anywhere. Like the ending was not satisfying. But the same thing with Game of Thrones is again disappointing ending. But God, it was fun. Like we would sit and talk about. About what happened last night. What does it mean? Who's the winter is coming? Oh my God! So I like that, but I love a binge too. So, but I don't really get to that the art of like, did you see what happened last night? I mean, we still have it with Survivor. We still have it with the new Dragon show just came out, which I haven't seen yet. The Rehearsal, that kind of thing. But, again, we're still, no one is ever in the same spot. It's like, oh, I'm 2 episodes back. Don't say anything, whatever,
Well, I disagree. Game of Thrones, it was like appointment viewing.
Yeah, absolutely. But,
Succession maybe is the only show recently that still gets that.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, ultimately.
Say it.
It's not good. It's not good.
Okay.
You're right. It's not. I get, you said it, you slipped it in. The binge, sure. Sometimes you're in the mood for a binge.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think we need to be binging. Because it's there. It is like, here's the cake. If you put a cake in front of me, I'm going to eat probably the whole cake.
Right.
I'm not going to
miss
feel
work the next day because of it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. But give me a slice. Oh, that was good. Oh, you had a slice too? Let's talk about what was your favorite part of that cake?
Frosting.
Hey, I would love to have some more. Hey, I'll see you back here in 7 days.
That cake ain't gonna be good in 7 days. Maybe 7 days, but 14, no chance.
Is this good? Eating a cake over the span of 10 weeks. I like the idea of what you were saying. I miss those. Like with the Rehearsal recently was a good one where it's like, when it's dropping, of course, and you have a whole week to try and wrap your head around what the hell you just watched, where it's going, and
wonder the Rehearsal. Is it a prank?
Yes.
No, it's 100% scripted.
Oh, wow. You think so?
Oh, really? That's your take on
it? Yes.
The whole thing.
I think Angela is even an actress doing a part.
Okay. Maybe this will be its own topic.
Yeah,
I think it's 100% scripted, and everybody is an actor doing their lines.
That'd be amazing.
Disagree, but
it would just be like every show that's on TV.
Well, I mean, this would be next level of that. We have Angela and Robin like doing interviews in your mind, still in character as these real people, but
just like Nathan Fielder does.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I love it. I love talking about a show
as it's happening.
I think it's sometimes more enjoyable than the actual show is spitballing theories.
Yeah.
And look, like anything, it goes too far. As we've seen with some of these shows, but I love it. So I am against releasing it all at once. I think if I have to pick a side.
Well, it's interesting that they would call it binging, because binging is bad. So even the people like that are releasing, like Netflix is releasing these series at once, like, hey, come binge Stranger Things or whatever. They're using a word for it that is already bad in of itself. Like binge drinking is good. Oh no, it's not good.
Right.
Is binge drinking good, JD?
Not in my experience, no. But I have participated in binge drinking before. It's never good. I mean, it's never good.
I had a situation where I heard everyone talking about Billions. I was like, oh, maybe I should get into Billions, but it had already been 3 seasons down. So I was like, I'm going to binge these 3 seasons before the 4th one starts. So I binge them, just one after another, like I'm chain smoking. And I had made it, did it so fast that I was 2 weeks before the 4th season started. But in that 2 weeks when I wasn't watching it, I just said to myself, wait a second. I fucking hate Billions. And I never watched it again. But when you're binging, you just lose all perspective.
Yeah, well,
it's just like getting to the end is more important than enjoying it.
Yeah, there is that. But you were but you were doing it, you admitted, because you like wanted to be part of the zeitgeist, or you thought there was enough people in your circle that were all in on Billions and that were getting excited for this 4th season or whatever, and that you were like, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, well, when those were my deep internet days. Yeah. It was referenced on Twitter, and so I thought I had to. But it's very bad. I don't know. Okay,
I binged Billions.
Is this good? No.
I wouldn't have wanted to watch it as a 1 episode per week thing. No chance.
Are there any shows that you didn't binge, like let's say Breaking Bad, I think we all watched week to week, or I mean, you had to watch it week to week unless you were coming in at the very end or when it was done. Do you think it would have been better as a binge? Like, do you think you would have seen the transformation of Walter White from Mr. Chips to Scarface, as Vince Gilligan says? Would that have been more apparent as a binge, or would it have been worse?
Well, I think it would have been more apparent. Lincoln is binging that, or he just binged it. I don't know if he finished it, but I was sort of like watching it, and you do see it. It happens way faster than, it took years for him to become Scarface or the bad guy kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you binge it, the slow burn is not there anymore,
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people, I
it.
rewatched Game of Thrones before the final series, or before the final season came out. Yeah. And one of the big criticisms was that, like, Dany just completely flopped on her character and became bad right away. Right. And there was no setup for it. But if you binge the entire season, or the entire series right before, and it took you 2 weeks to see her starting out to her burning down King's Landing, you're like, didn't happen that fast. Right. Like, it happened at the normal time, and it felt like the binge definitely took the slow burn out of it, I thought.
I think a big part of it, this question is, are you the type of person that likes or dislikes having multiple things, sort of juggling multiple balls, so to speak, watching multiple series all at once?
Yes.
Which is weird that I'm actually pro not releasing it all at once, because I'm the type of person, I know, like, I'm a checklist guy. Like, before I move on to X, I need to do this and cross it off my list. Which is weird that I'm the opposite here with television. Like, I don't mind having, I'm watching Better Call Saul, and we got the rehearsal going, and we got this Love Island crap that we're watching, and it's, Survivor's come back. Like, I don't mind that. Where I think some people, they do like to, like, if the whole season is out, like, let me just watch all of this. I'll be able to follow it better. I'll know what's going on, and I can take it down in one night or 3 nights or whatever it is.
That's Rachel.
Yeah,
it's infuriating actually, because it's just all she wants to watch. We watched Ozark, like, just that's all we watched, which is dark and intense, and that's all the only thing she wanted to watch. But now she's sort of Charlotte's Webbing it. Do you ever hear of Charlotte's Webbing something?
No.
Like, parents would change or stop reading Charlotte's Web right before Charlotte dies to their kids.
Okay.
So there's kids walking around who don't know that Charlotte dies at the end of Charlotte's Web, right? So Rachel started getting so concerned about all the characters in Ozark, she just stopped watching. She just like, I can't watch it. So we're like,
because the idea of us, I don't watch them die on screen, then they are still alive to me.
She loves the show so much. Wow. That she just can't bear to see any of these characters, make-believe characters, anything bad happen to them, who are awful people, all of them, which, is fine, but it's, she just doesn't want to, doesn't want it to end. She loves it so much she stopped watching it, so weird.
Kind of like how Walter White's still alive at the end of Breaking Bad, right? Right?
Wait, is he?
Well, I stopped watching before the last episode. I couldn't bear to see how it
couldn't handle it.
So I'm saying not good. Trey's a not good. JD's a not good.
I'm not good. Yeah.
Here's why I'm a not good. The shows that are released all as one season are not good, and that's why they're released all as one season. The good shows are released once a week.
That's a great point.
Probably something to
There's a difference between Ozark and Breaking Bad. There just is quality-wise. And Breaking Bad was a once-a-week series. Ozark, something exciting has to happen every single episode, so you'll keep watching to the next episode. So to me, it's almost a signifier that you're going down a level in quality if it's released all at once.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because binging can definitely cover up some flaws in a show, for sure.
I'm trying to think of what is the greatest show that has been dropped all at once. I mean, at least in popularity, Stranger Things would have to be.
Stranger Things is bad, though.
Well,
it's bad.
I know,
Yeah, that's a great point.
I can't think of another. There's got to be like something.
There's not, because it's all Netflix shows, and the best a Netflix show can be is B+.
Well, what do you like? What was that weird Apple TV
Big Mouth.
one?
Big Mouth is the best show that's been
Big
released
Mouth,
all at
this
once.
is a good one.
A Queen's Gambit, perhaps?
Queen's Gambit is good. The Western that guy did. What's his name?
Godless.
Godless. That's good. But that's not a series. It's a mini series.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
and same with the Queen's Gambit. So.
What's what Rachel from Friends, Apple TV? I didn't watch it.
Morning show?
Morning show, but
Morning
that
show.
came out weekly. That's
Oh, that was weekly?
Yeah,
Wow, okay.
the Apple does it weekly.
Hey. All right.
Let's not get too deeply into this because we're going to come back to it in subjective trivia.
Oh, baby.
Okay. Well.
Okay,
so
what are the
we're-
people saying?
We're all down, but yeah. What are
The people are saying 55%. Yes, it's good.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
Tight though. These are close. These polls.
But
These are tight.
I mean, I guess that's not surprising because Daddy want candy.
Oh, somebody said Severance. Was that all dropped at once?
No, that was
it
weekly.
wasn't. It was weekly.
Jeez.
Yeah, Apple TV.
Nothing on Apple TV is.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the whole thing about
I
Ted
guess
Lasso. Like
this
the
is
audience
it's,
built over time.
The way we watch television now, it's not like some shows, of course, maybe but you can miss an entire show, and then when you go to watch it, it's all there.
Right.
So then it feels like of course you're binge watching it if you want to.
Yeah.
But it's not, I guess, dropping.
I mean,
week to week. Yeah.
I binged
feels like it.
Severance. I binged Ted Lasso. I'm late to everything.
Right,
So
right.
yeah.
That's the way to do
I-
it, is to binge
Yeah.
watch an actual good show.
Right.
Like if you could go in and I would love to binge watch Lost. There's too many episodes. I think to actually dip into
So
it,
many.
but Better Call Saul to me is like a perfect binge because it's got a ton of hype. I've tried a few times. It hasn't really taken, but now that it's ended up, I'm like,
Hey!
I could watch 5 episodes or 5 series of this.
Oh, we got to get together because I'm having a little bit of an argument with Nora right now that I want to watch it. I watched the first season or two. We stopped. I don't even know why. I mean, it was a slow-moving show, but I liked
Slow.
it.
There's a slow burn
yeah,
on that show.
and we stopped and then never picked it back up. And by all accounts, it gets really, really good.
supposed to
The
be
last
great.
couple are amazing. So the argument is not over whether we should watch it and finish it. She's like, yeah, we'll pick it up where we left off. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I don't
No,
remember
just
anything.
watch a YouTube recap, Skeets. Do not rewatch
really?
the first 2 seasons. They're slow. And I also have a minority
okay, you're
opinion
agreeing
that
with Nora
that
then. That's
the
what she
ending
wants
is
to
not
do.
great either.
Okay, well, spoiler.
The middle seasons are really good, though.
Okay. Well, she wants to do exactly what you said. We've already watched these 2 seasons. Tough shit if you don't remember them. Let's just do the little YouTube recap and then pick it up where we left. Okay, okay.
You're cutting into Love Island time if you're watching
Love
a thing.
Island.
Rewatching
Yeah, we're already
something?
done with that. We're on to
That's
the
a
next
big binge.
island.
That's a big binge. Oh,
On to the
will a
next
new
one.
bombshell enter the villa?
All right, let's get to the next topic. This one comes from Suri in Iceland, who asks, wearing iPods in a group of people, is this good?
This is one of the weirder ones.
Well, okay, you mean like you're wearing your AirPods. Did I say iPods? Your AirPods in public. So yeah, I don't know. You're on the subway, so you're just listening to music. But then you come out of the subway and you walk into a coffee shop and you're ordering coffee, but you're still wearing your AirPods.
Oh, okay. Oh, I took this as we were like, I was wearing my AirPods hanging out at Trey's house with everybody around.
Yes, all these situations where you're wearing your AirPods around people.
So wearing your AirPods 24/7, basically.
I guess not. Well, I'll tell you why. Suri sent this in, but I had it in mind because I took a HIIT workout class, like in a gym, like whatever. You get on the treadmill for 5 minutes, you do squats for 5 minutes, whatever it is. A guy came into the class wearing AirPods in both ears.
Yeah.
I thought it was very rude.
But
I didn't like it at all.
What does he need to? What he needs
He
to
needs to hear the teacher say, like, or the instructor say, we're doing this now, we're doing that now. I mean, the whole point of going to work out in a group is to have the community while you're working out.
So the assumption is that he's listening to his own music while he's taking this class.
Well, I don't care. Like, maybe he was listening to his own music, but I think he just was like, well, I don't want to put them down anywhere, or I don't want to put them in a locker, so I'll just keep them in my ears. And just that very fact annoyed me.
Oh, okay.
Even if they weren't on.
I mean, I'm with you. It smacks of rude to me.
Yeah.
It just disrespect for the teacher, right? Like,
Yeah.
How dare you? Like, I'm trying to teach you how to do these moves, and you're listening to?
So you think if I'm in a coffee shop and I get up, I'm listening to a podcast and I get up there to order my coffee, I should take them out of my ear?
No, that's different.
Yes.
No,
Well, he does. Yeah.
Just order a
I would
coffee.
just take
Just
out
one's nice.
only one. Only one. Keep the other one in.
Okay,
This
but
isn't a
fine,
long
if you're gonna take
transaction.
a-
And honestly, a guy wearing AirPods to a class at the gym, totally fine.
Yeah.
What were you gonna do? Talk to him? No. Obviously, he
Well,
could hear.
yes,
was he
actually-
following along to the lesson, doing what the instructor was doing?
Yes, actually,
So
because
he could hear,
part of it
so
is
no
we're supposed to be
problem in there as
encouraging
well.
each other.
You're supposed to
And
encourage
we do these
them.
things where we both are like, we're partnered up with two people and one person's running like a quarter of a mile. Then I run a quarter of a mile and we're doing it as a group. So
Okay.
like, you know,
Was he in your group? Was this person in your group?
No, he wasn't
Also,
in my group.
so it also doesn't matter from that standpoint.
Well, of course it doesn't matter, but none of this matters.
And this person was probably crushing it in this workout class,
No, I
inspired
was
by their own
dominating him. I was
music.
dominating him. I was dominating him with just raw dogging it in my ear.
He was in your head, and you were Bob Benson at that very moment. You were like, "How dare you wear AirPods to the gym?" And he's like, "I can't even hear you at all."
Yeah, that's rude.
No, it's not.
It is very rude.
Nah,
Okay, hold on.
You don't know this
Hold on.
person. He owes you nothing.
No, hold on.
No, he owes me everything. Don't come to class. Work out
Hold on, my
at home
AirPods fell
alone.
out.
Trey, I have to agree with Trey. A guy wearing AirPods in a gym class, I got no issue with. I'd like to get back to the idea of
you
like,
took that bar class with Lee, right?
yes.
Where the teacher, it's not like
Yeah.
he's just pumping iron alone.
Okay,
like,
you're
in
right.
a group.
It would be weird, I guess, if I would had been wearing AirPods while
Would
the
you wear
woman is
AirPods
telling
to
me
a yoga class,
pulsate the ball
Trey?
between my legs. What was that?
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't care if somebody did.
You wouldn't care if someone in a yoga class was wearing
No,
AirPods.
not at all.
I don't even like it when people wear Apple Watches in yoga.
Okay, well, why not?
Now you sound like the guy from Better Call
you're
Saul.
insane. You're
You
insane.
Wrap yourself in tinfoil or something.
Okay, let me ask you this. Here's a situation where I would like to wear AirPods, but I think it's rude.
Okay.
When I'm getting my hair cut.
I think it's rude. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would love to just be listening to a podcast
Yeah.
and get my hair cut
Oh,
instead
yeah,
of
yeah.
having to make awkward chit chat.
Totally.
Okay.
Of course, this does not apply to Barber Jason. Shout out to Barber
Hey,
Jason.
I just saw him yesterday. Yeah. My
Did you have a
God. nice?
nice chat?
Hell yeah. I love talking to
Okay,
him.
so you wouldn't want to wear
Fine.
AirPods for that.
Hey, if you don't, this is everybody's problem. If you are one of these people that don't like to talk to your barber or your hairstylist or whatever, then find another one.
Yeah.
Because guess
fair.
what? There's a million talented people that can cut your hair. Why not have a fun conversation while you're doing it?
Sounds like you're probably in the chair too long if you're worried about it. You
Well,
can go get a
me
10-minute
this
haircut.
I'm in and out, man.
I mean,
But I don't need to put in AirPods and not talk to the guy. Yeah.
It would just
Shout
be-
out
it
to
would just-
Jason.
Okay, I'm just saying, if you don't have a Jason, if you just have a guy, it'd be nice to listen to perhaps this show.
Sure.
If anyone's listening to this show, I'll get their haircut. Send me a message.
Okay. Okay.
Also, but you're
s-
being a little rude as well if you're doing that.
Well, of course, but yeah, I mean, it's like everything. It's like it's good for you, but rude to other people.
Right.
So
that's
some people are like,
one-on-one
well, I don't
rude,
care.
though.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
talking
what-
on 1-on-12 rude.
Yeah, but
in
what
a gym class?
What about if somebody's wearing their AirPods in a classroom? Like, would it be? I would be furious if I found out that my kids were wearing, even if they were odd. Like, hey, would you mind taking your earpods up? Oh, don't worry, sir, they're off. It's like,
Yeah.
take them off, man. Like, that's just rude. It's rude.
Trey, what if you were having sex with someone and they kept their AirPods in, and they said, "Well, I'm just I get in the mood when I'm listening to this smooth R&B in my AirPods."
And I know you hate R&B, so
Right. And I know,
Well, man.
I know you
well,
lose your
man.
erection every time you hear Luther Vandross.
Here's the thing. You're talking about a group of people. Is wearing AirPods in a group good? It's fine. Is wearing AirPods during one-on-one sex different? Obviously.
So
Put
what
on a
about an
record.
orgy?
If it's an orgy,
I think it's fair.
no, it's not fair in orgy because you don't know what they're listening to, and everybody needs to be listening to the same thing, moaning.
Have you seen those clubs where everyone wears those over-the-ear headphones?
Oh, I'd love to
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah, you would love to try it?
Oh, absolutely. I just think it looks hilarious, and I would I'd try it, no doubt.
Okay, so what do the people
like
say?
the headphone disco thing is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
the silent disco. Is that what
Yeah.
the silent
Yeah, I
nightclub or
think so.
whatever? Yeah.
Yeah. Trey, what are the people saying?
The people are saying wearing AirPods in a group of people, 76% say no good. They don't like it.
Okay. 76% people are keeping other people in mind and being good citizens of the world.
It is. Is it similar enough to like being at a big table where we're having dinner and somebody's nonstop on their phone? Like I find that rude.
Honest.
I find it rude.
I think most people would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit different stuff. That's why we're having these debates.
We got to go to commercial. But if you listened last week, you know that we cut a topic because it was too controversial.
It's gonna get us canceled.
That's right. If you
We're
thought
done.
these 3 topics we just discussed were too controversial, we cut a topic because it was too controversial. But after the break, we're gonna get to that topic. So see you soon.
I ran my first half marathon recently. I have 3 people to thank. First, Danielle, my wife, because I run slow. So while she's taking care of the kids, those miles are they're not ticking off too quickly. Thank you, Danielle. I got to thank J.E. Skeets. He runs so much, it probably just sort of seeped into me. You know, just a little running osmosis, I guess. And the third people I want to thank, all the people at Peloton. Because I've never really been much of a long distance runner, but I'm in such a groove with Peloton strength that every time I went out for a run, I felt strong because I was working out with Adrian Williams. I was working out with Jess Sims. I had a good base to start from, it felt like. The strength classes always keep me coming back. Always fresh. I like Adrian's workouts. I like Rebecca Kennedy's functional training. She keeps it unique and fun. Not just boring stuff. And I like Jess's music cuts. You would love the audio cuts on Jess Sims, JD. Yeah. We're always working out to the beat. She always drops the part that you don't need. Like, it's perfectly curated, perfectly edited. And Jess herself isn't a runner, actually, but she recently ran her first marathon.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of inspired me. She had somebody greet her at every single mile marker.
Wow, she's got 26 friends?
Yeah, 26 billion friends. Multiple people. Now, I didn't have that, but I did have one person. There's my Go Dad sign my daughter made for me. So that kept me going, yeah. I'm putting this in front of my face right now if you're watching on YouTube because I am shedding a tear behind this. But anyways.
It looks like it might be covered in tears.
Yeah, maybe. That's sweat. That is definitely sweat. Peloton has training programs to help build to any running distance, by the way, whatever you want to run, so you can take those classes. It got me going, that's for sure. Peloton, motivation that moves you. Anytime, anywhere. Try the Peloton bike or tread risk-free for 30 days. Learn more at onepeloton.com. New members only, terms apply.
Welcome back to Is This Good? Our next topic was sent in by Nora Artanian. Skeets, you familiar with her work?
I've heard of her, yes. She
Yes.
does not want to watch season 1 or 2 of Better Call Saul again.
Okay, so here's the controversial question that we cut last time. It's just a joke because it's not very controversial. Looking at the menu before you go to the restaurant, is this good?
Well, can I follow that question with another question? Matt, do you do this?
Obviously.
Yeah.
And yes, it's very good.
It's so good. I think it's great.
Okay, can I ask you this then?
Yeah.
Do you think it's also good to look at a band's set list before going to a concert?
Interesting.
I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Oh, my buddy
definitely
Grish does
can.
it all the time.
Looks at the set list for the upcoming night.
He knew before we went to Red Hot Chili Peppers, he had looked at their couple set lists prior, having a pretty good idea of what the heck they're going to play.
Okay. Yes, that's good. Because I would do the same. I would do the same to see what's been played recently. To be like, ooh, here's what we might hear tonight.
Yeah.
They haven't played this in a while. Will we hear it? Still waiting to hear Althea from Dead & Company, but we shall see. But for me, the reason you look at a menu before you go, you're getting hyped up, dog. You're getting fired up to see what we're eating. Here are some potential dishes that might come flying out to our plate. I personally wouldn't want to be making decisions at that time. For the mains, apps, I'm like, we're getting this.
Okay.
We're for sure getting the farm egg at Empire State
Right.
South.
Yeah.
Lock it in. We might get 3, depending on how many people are there.
Yeah.
But mains, I want to know what's out there, and then, play it by ear. I want the framework, and then I want to riff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
You're leaning no.
I'm leaning no only to play a little bit of the devil's advocate because isn't part of the fun in going out to a dinner with friends, getting there, having a look at the menu. Unfortunately, now it's a QR code, but everybody taking a peek and talking it out, having a discussion right there, then and now. Of like what looks good or what sounds good or what are you in the mood for? Let's talk. I know Matty O wants to talk to the waiter. Let's hear their opinion on what's hot right now in the kitchen. So I mean, that's fun. That's
No doubt. You still got to have the banter at the table there about what you're going to be ordering.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, it'd be equivalent to scrolling an Instagram of the place you rented for vacation. You're like, ooh, look how beautiful that looks.
Yeah.
Look at how thinly shaved the garlic is.
Yeah.
Look at the way they braise the short
You could
rib.
set yourself up for some disappointment, though. Can we agree
yeah,
with that?
that's true.
Like, you
That's
see
true.
something on the
That's
menu
true.
in advance, and you show up. So, we just sold out of that, or
Yeah.
no, we haven't had that. Oh, we got to update that on online. So that could backfire.
I think the key word is framework. I want a sense of the framework because I get very distracted when I'm at a restaurant. Like yes, sometimes there's a discussion. What are we getting? What are we doing here? But I also can't fucking read the goddamn menus most of the time, especially if it's on my phone because I need reading glasses now. So and I don't like bringing them. I should, but then I have to bring a satchel or something or Rachel, please carry my things, which I don't like to do. But I like to get a sense of what I'm getting into, but I'm making no decisions until I get there. I want to hear those specials. I want to get Matty O's opinion. I want to, get a sense of. And what am I feeling like? What I
want to see some dishes. Go to the other table.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ooh,
something smells really good in here. What is that? That kind of thing. So, I guess I'm really on the fence with this one. But I'm going to say, go ahead, Matt. Convince.
Well, I
me.
was going to say that. Some people say that the best part about doing drugs is the anticipation. Like you're at work and you're thinking like, I'm going to get really stoned later. And then you get home and then you lay out the weed and you bit it up with your fingies or in the grinder. And then you take the paper out and you lick it and you roll it and you smoke it. And then you're high and you're like, oh yeah, I'm high. But the best part is sometimes like thinking about it. Because once you've done it, then you have to deal with what it actually feels like. When you're anticipating it, it could be the greatest thing ever. So, to me, looking at the menu before going to the restaurant is a way to elongate the anticipation,
right.
to build the moment. Because look, once you go to the restaurant, the food is good or it's not good, and that experience is ending in, let's say, 90 minutes to 2 hours. But to me, going to a restaurant is a very pleasurable thing. So why not extend that throughout the whole day? Why not daydream about what that you can read the description of a dish. That doesn't mean that you're going to know what it'll actually look like or how it'll be presented or what it'll taste like.
Matt loves ordering so much that he needs an extra 2 hours ahead of time.
It sounds like he needs
of ordering
days.
to get ready for ordering. But I'm 100% with you. It gets you fired up. It's like, I don't know. I find like there's such a jolt of anticipation just putting like a trip on the calendar, even if it's 6 months away, that seeing that there is like, oh, I'm so excited for that. It's coming eventually. Building that anticipation is something that people are just generally not good enough at. So looking at a menu ahead of time, to me, that's the exact same thing. You're just getting fired up for this meal.
Does it have prices on it?
Unfortunately, sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Sometimes fortunately, sometimes unfortunately.
Trey, what are the people saying?
This one is a blowout victory here, Matt. 94% of people are saying yes. Looking at the restaurant menu before you go is good. 90.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Blowout.
I mean,
Wait, so Skeets was the only one that said not good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of, I guess, leaning towards not good. There's no like time frame here. Like it's okay the day of, the day before. Like we're talking, you're good to do it months before.
Who knows they're going out
insane, but
months before.
Okay, I mean, if I were going to like a major restaurant and like if it's a Matt Austin situation, you gotta reserve your Peking duck weeks early.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I would get fired up enough to look at the
True.
menu if it's that big of a deal, you know?
that's a good point. That did happen
That's
in
right.
Vegas.
But like 246, just a nice little restaurant around here. Day of, I'll be like, what do we got going on?
what do we got?
Tagliatelle? Sure.
Okay.
And it's interesting that you mentioned looking at the set list because previously it's not something I did, but recently I went to see the Dixie Chicks, and I don't know the Dixie Chicks at all.
Chicks,
The
please.
chicks, yes, please.
Oh yes, I apologize. The chicks. And I felt I had to look at the set list to narrow down what songs I should be listening to and learning before I went.
Right.
Because otherwise I was, in the wind.
Right.
So I think when you don't know the band, looking up the set list is perfectly acceptable. If you know every song, then it's just going to take out some of the surprise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's just one man's opinion. Are we good to move on to our final topic?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. We have 3 dog owners on the panel. So 3 experts. Off-leash dogs. Is this good?
Wow.
So I guess the question is, what's the scenario? I mean, off-leash dogs in an off-leash park. Good, obviously, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But
You mean
just
like a dog park?
a dog park, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Just walking down the street. Now, listen, I had a dog, Minnie. Love that dog. Never put her on a leash. Like, I would walk from Church and Wellesley down to Moss Park through downtown Toronto, busy streets. She was
Wow.
by my side the entire time. She's a white boxer, so a lot of people thought she was a pit bull, and people were like, get that dog on a
Yeah,
leash.
they're probably terrified.
But exactly, which I enjoyed, frankly.
right.
I enjoyed that. But if I see somebody with a dog with no leash, it makes me a little nervous, obviously, especially with if I got my kids around
Yeah.
and all that. So obviously it's not good, but God, I loved having that dog she never needed a leash. She was responded to every command. She was the most obedient dog
Yeah.
ever. And I am a little impressed when I see that out, like such a well-trained dog that, my voice is the leash, and she listens to everything that I say.
That's a
I
great
trust her.
T-shirt. That's a great T-shirt for people that love off-leash dogs.
That's right.
My voice is the leash.
Voice is the leash. That'd be very funny.
Yeah, but ultimately, all these random people in Toronto walking by you have no idea
That's
what
exactly
type of
right.
dog you have,
Yep.
what you're like.
Yeah.
And this is the issue. This is why it's not good. Even though I 100% agree with you, JD, that I do love when I see it.
Yeah.
And what I'll do, I mean, I'm never walking Luna off leash, except I'm on a dead end street, and I'll do it to literally practice walking off leash. It's wild. She almost seems to be a better walker at times off leash than
Right.
she is, on leash. They'll pull maybe a little bit more, and then I'll do
She
it.
thrives under pressure.
Yeah, well, and then in like obviously a dog park setting, of course, and then. There are places. There's one place in Atlanta that's sort of like a trail, I guess. I forget where it is, but like you can legally take your dog off leash.
Right.
You're supposed to put him back on leash when people come. And, it's not a lot of people there, so I've done it there too. But overall, no.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. But because I can't. You also just you go to a dog park. You can't trust half these people.
No, God, they're
that's just the
maniacs,
honest
most
truth.
of them.
Yeah. So.
Well, let me just tell you why this is on my mind. A quick story time here. So I run a lot at this park called Elysian Park that's near my house, and dogs are allowed, but they do have to be on leash. Or I actually didn't know, because every time I run, there's a dog running at me, and it's a very windy thing. So a dog can turn the corner and be running, and you
Yeah.
can't even see the owner,
Yeah.
and the dog will be running at you. And most of the time, they just kind of like dart off at the last second. But to me, I'm like, I don't know what this dog's about to do. But then I kind of figured, I see it so often, it must be legal and it must be accepted, and I must be the crazy one. So fast forward to 2 weeks ago, doing a hike called Echo Mountain with Jill, and we go up, and now we're coming down, and there's a guy stopped by the side of the trail, and he's kind of looking at his leg. And as I get closer to him, I see his leg is bleeding. And I'm kind of like contemplating in my head, do I stop to talk to this guy? No, I don't really want to get into it with a stranger. But as I get closer, I kind of walk by him, and I turn around, and I see it's like, looks kind of like a puncture wound. And I think like maybe it was a rattlesnake, because there's a lot of them in California. So I asked him, are you okay? And I could tell as soon as he started talking, he was in like shock. Like his voice was wavering. He could barely speak. And he was like, I just got attacked by a dog. And then I flash back to maybe 2 minutes ago. We pass a woman walking on the path, and she's got an off-leash dog, but she's holding it by the collar, and she's, in between us. And then maybe 30 seconds after that, I pass a couple, and they were in an argument. I mean, I know all this because I just eavesdrop constantly.
You don't have your AirPods in.
I don't have your AirPods in. And they're having an argument, and the woman is going like, just walk ahead. So I realize it must be that group of people with that dog. The dog bit that guy.
Right.
And basically what he tells me is he's walking down the path, and suddenly a German Shepherd, is a giant German Shepherd, comes running at him, right? There's no people, no owners around him. And the dog's running at him, and he's like, okay, this dog's just going to run by me, right? At the last second, you realize the dog is running towards him, so he kind of turns around to cower, and the dog just bit the back of his leg.
Oh,
Huge
God.
puncture wound. His leg is like
God.
bleeding all over. And then on the other leg, it's like scraped from the paw.
Yeah.
So I give him my number. So I'm basically like, if you need like a witness or whatever, let me know. So we continue the hike. I text him later that night. I was like, what ended up happening? He's like, I waited in the parking lot. The 3 people came down with the dog, and I asked for their number. I didn't say I was going to sue them or anything. I just wanted their number in case I needed medical attention or something. The guy got in this guy's face, threatened to beat him up, and they basically just got in their car and drove off. And it was really sad because the guy was like, that's my favorite trail. And now I don't want to go back anymore. Anyways, this is not a particularly interesting or funny story, but all this to say that every time I've been worried that these dogs are running at me, I guess it does happen that dogs, for whatever reason, they could be super well trained, but they get spooked and they bite people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you never know. You just never know.
Could it been a dog prank, though?
Well, I asked him, should I text the guy? I still have his number. Should I ask him if the dog showed him his butt? Or
I guarantee the dog had its ass out. You know it.
Could have been a dog prank.
Maybe the guy didn't laugh
No,
when he
that's
saw
terrifying.
it the first time.
That's terrifying. I met Paul, my buddy Dub. We just ran in Stratford. We decided this is when we were younger, of course. So we were going to run to a small town outside of Stratford. And we were just running on country roads. And it's like, you ever get chased by a dog is terrifying. And they're leaving their property. They're protecting their property. I get it. But it's like, holy crap, is it scary. We were just... And it's like, what do you do? Do we turn around and fight it, or do we run? Just keep running?
I think you pick up a rock first.
Yeah, we just kept running, and then, of course, it's like, okay, it's past the boundary of where I wanted them to be, and I'm like, all right. But it was scary, yeah.
Probably even more scary for Paul, because I assume you're faster.
That's right.
That's right. You just gotta
It
outrun
was pretty
him.
quick at the time. He had long strides. Yeah.
I think the bad dogs have ruined it for the good dogs.
Yeah.
With regards to being
You know what?
off-leash.
The bad dog owners.
Yeah.
Angry Jesus.
Yeah.
Angry Jesus.
That guy was the worst.
that guy was like, oh yeah, my dogs are good. You had the worst dogs in the entire complex, buddy.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It feels
Who's
to
Angry
me,
Jesus?
He used to live in the same.
this
Oh,
guy
yeah,
who
yeah,
looked like what a lot of people think Jesus looks like, but
Right.
if he were a lot angrier. And also ripped from yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga Jesus was a secondary nickname for him when he was feeling very zen. But it feels like a lot of the time the dogs that are off leash are the dogs that should be on a leash.
Yeah.
So it's kind of screwed it for the dogs that can handle it like a mini.
Yeah.
And the people?
I think the people are on your side here, Matt. Dogs off leash, 77% are saying no. Not good.
Okay, great. Always good to end on one that's not funny at all. Just a public service announcement. Leash up them dogs.
Lead up them dogs.
But man,
We're gonna go to break.
It's cool as shit when you see a well-trained, obedient dog with a competent owner like JD, and that dog just
It is nice.
glued to their side.
Yeah. It's great.
Best man's
My
ever.
voice is my leash. My body is my harness.
That's right.
All right, we're going to go to one last break. When we come back, subjective trivia, and we're going back to bingeable television.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Around here, when the kids need anything new, and I happen to have the thing that they need, I just give them my old thing, and I get the new version for myself. Right? Like
That's life.
Like an iPhone, for example.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm not buying a kid a brand new iPhone. I'm getting myself the brand new iPhone. They get my used one. Socks, another one. I just give them my old Stancers, my Stance socks.
Excuse me?
That's right. If they need socks, they get my old socks. Their feet are bigger than mine now, so why not?
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a little gross. But hey, ever heard of laundry? Yes?
No.
No, yeah. And the latest thing is a mattress. That's right. We gave Jackson our old king-size midnight mattress from Helix and got ourselves a brand new one. And for those of you who somehow missed it, Helix Sleep is a premium mattress brand that provides tailored mattresses based on your unique sleep preferences. The Helix lineup includes 14 unique mattresses, including a collection of luxury models. And that's what we went for this time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, last time I took the quiz, and they gave me a choice between the Midnight and the Midnight Luxe.
Right.
It was a freebie. I was feeling shy. I was like, just give me the cheaper one.
Ah, man.
You know, like,
You damn Canadian.
I know. But this time, I'm paying for it for myself, so I went Lux, baby. I took the quiz again. It only took 2 minutes, just to see if I had changed at all. I hadn't. My sleep habits are the same. I like it semi-firm. I sleep on my side, on my back, and sometimes on my stomach. So I move around a lot. Yeah. So it's great. Helix mattresses are American-made and come with a 10 to 15-year warranty, depending on the model. And guess what? You get to try it out for 100 nights, risk-free. Yeah, if you don't love it, but you will. But if you don't, they'll pick it up and they'll give you a full refund, which apparently Lee did. He just lay on the thing for a couple of nights and he was just like, not for me. So he got a refund, and good for him.
Yeah.
And good for Helix because they did it. No questions asked. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Don't sleep on this offer and do sleep on a Helix mattress. Go to helixsleep.com/nodunks with Helix. Better sleep starts now.
All right, welcome back to Is This Good? Grandma's House edition. Before we end, it's time to get to subjective trivia. Yes, subjective trivia. It's just like regular trivia, except only I know the answer. Earlier in the show, we were talking about binging TV shows. As we all know, Netflix really started and popularized the binge model. So today's question is, what is the best Netflix series of all time? This has to be a series that was produced by Netflix. As always, I have pre-written the answer here on this card, so you know I'm not cheating. And oh my God, for the first time in subjective trivia history, there is a tie.
Whoa.
Okay, so we're looking for 2.
Yes, and I'm going to give you a hint right off the bat because you got to guess 2 things. One of these series has been mentioned already on this show.
Okay, Big Mouth, I think, is going to be the answer. Hey, you guys want to lock that in right now, or you want to wait?
Yeah, let's lock in Big
We're going to lock in Big Mouth, sir.
Okay.
Okay. And I will throw another bid out there for BoJack Horseman.
Wow.
This guy
Wow, he
loves
does.
BoJack Horseman.
2 comedies, though?
Yeah.
Is he
2
going
animated comedies seems like a bit of a
That's
bit of
why.
a stretch.
That's
I
why
agree.
there might be a tie, though. He can't
Right.
pick which one of the 2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
So are you locking in those answers?
Is there anyone we're forgetting here, guys?
It ain't gonna be House of Cards.
No.
Orange is the New Black. Doubtful.
People are saying, Narcos?
Narcos. Interesting start to the series.
Mindhunter? Was that a?
Mindhunter
yeah, that was good.
That was good.
That was
Mindhunter was.
Is it a miniseries? Is our miniseries in the running? I guess is the question.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Queen's Gambit we mentioned on this show.
Yes, we did.
Huh, could it be that?
No, he's trying
A
to get
limited
us off
series.
the
You
scent.
said that.
Trying to throw us off.
I
that
think it's.
horse
I
scent.
think we should go with the 2 animated.
You think so? Eh?
I sort of think so, and hence the tie.
Hence the tie. Can't choose. The 2 great animated
Yeah.
shows too similar.
Okay, so you're locking in your answer?
Lock it in.
Lock it
Yeah,
in.
sure. Let's lock it in.
I'm sorry, you're incorrect. You're half correct. So you're correct on BoJack Horseman.
Oh, whoa, Trey, good call. Good call.
Largemouth. No, thank you.
Wow.
Now, you're right. We did mention Big Mouth, or someone mentioned Big
Yeah,
Mouth. But
we
this
did.
other thing we also mentioned. This other show we also mentioned. It's a show that we mention way more than Big Mouth. You guys
I
mentioned it
think
on
you
your
should
podcast.
leave is obviously what it is. I forgot that was a Netflix.
What did you say?
I think you should leave.
Oh,
I mean, I wasn't thinking of a show like that.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
I think you should leave.
There
And
we go.
BoJack Horseman.
I wasn't
Nice,
thinking of a
nice,
show like that. That's not fair. I would have loved if you had somehow gotten the answers to be faxed into your grandmother's
Oh, that
fax
would've been
machine.
so
That would
good.
have been sick, man.
That would have been great next time. I mean, I think other things that when you're looking up best Netflix produced shows of all time, you see some Stranger Things, some Crown, Orange is the
Crown's
New
good.
Black,
I like
Master of None, Ozark, Narcos, Big Mouth Mindhunter, Bridgerton, Black Mirror, Queen's Gambit. I think those are the main
Okay,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's-
Does anyone want to make a pitch for their favorite of those?
Well, Mindhunter, I loved.
Yeah,
Mine
mine
was
was
good. Yeah, I did like that.
Very disappointed that it hasn't come back or isn't coming back. Did you say Godless? Because I love that. I mentioned it before.
pretty good.
It's
That's
really
true.
good.
We did mention a lot of shows on this episode, so it was a tricky clue.
Godless is great. If you like a Western, it's really good.
the answer is 100%. I think you should.
Oh, yes,
I mean,
obviously. Yeah.
That's again. I can't believe we forgot that. But
It's hard. Such a short show.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, it's like 15 minutes. It's sort of,
yeah.
I don't want to say inconsequential, but it's a sketch show, so it sort of leaves your brain. But, I mean, it's sort of, we quote it all the time. Around here, on the show, there's one of our favorite Twitter accounts is NBA memes
Oh yeah.
from I Think You Should Leave. But, yeah, I mean.
I love
Yeah,
that.
during that entire prank segment, I can't believe no one didn't say, "I'm joking." I'm joking.
Oh, I thought you were going to say where we had like a 3-week run where Trey or I were answering rapid fire questions with actual I Think You Should Leave
That's
skits
that too.
and just watching Lee's reaction to them because he's never seen it. Which, is that a prank? I guess that's sort of a...
That's a prank.
That's a great
That's a
podcast
prank.
prank. Yeah.
Podcast
Pranks are back. I changed my mind. Pranks are good.
Pranks are
He's
back.
coming around.
I love it. All right, subjective trivia. Great stuff. Bojack, great call, Trey there.
Great call, Trey. Reminder, if you have topics, tweet them into me at StartersMatt or email us at isthisgoodpod@gmail.com. Do you guys have anything to promote?
Yes, we do. We had a couple shows this week. Yesterday, Trey and I did an emergency Kevin Durant not getting traded podcast. The podcast
I think
about
Kevin Durant
nothing.
was pranking the Nets.
Wow. Pranking us, pranking everybody. If he just dropped a gotcha,
Like, if at the top of that release they had it said "gotcha" at the top, and then the entire words, people would have loved it.
wow. Yeah, we would have been like,
Like,
sick.
that was a sick prank, Kevin.
That's true. So we did that little emergency podcast yesterday. Graydon Trey and J.R. Hildenbrand, who's like an IndyCar driver. They had the new No Breaks podcast. Go seek that out. Awesome guest. Like, people were loving this guest.
He was great.
He's great.
He was really good.
So go check that out. No Breaks YouTube or podcast feed. And coming up tomorrow, Matty O, I'll be here with Lily doing a very strange podcast. We are going to go through and make NBA Jam teams, all right, for every team, but it's going to consist of a current player and a legendary player, like a retired player for each franchise. Trey has said we cannot use Michael Jordan or Charles Barkley because they were, not in the original game. I think that's a fair rule. So yeah, we'll talk it out. And, it's a classic What About This Guy?
Oh, there's gonna be some great "What About This" guys.
Absolutely. People love What About This Guy? So I think it's going to be fun. Just some summer content for you, Matt. I don't know. Would you even... You consume a lot of content. You listen to a lot of our shows. Well, Matt asked me listening to Lee Ellis and J.E. Skeets talk about fake NBA Jam teams.
100%.
Wow. Thank you.
You got any
Thank you.
suggestions?
Yeah, who's the Raptors? Current player and legendary player, Matthew.
Well, legendary player, obviously Vince Carter.
Okay,
Just
wow.
like that.
Just like that, yeah. Okay.
Why is the
Especially
game's all about
NBA
dunking.
Jam, yeah. It's a good point.
What about
Jam's
Jose
in the name.
Calderon?
And then a current player.
Yeah. Who are you pairing with Vince?
Current.
Why not Scotty? He can do it all.
Oh, I love it, love
Scotty
it. Yeah,
Tuhati.
lean into the rook
Oh, that's
there.
a-
He'll take
highly
care of the
drafted
defense
team.
for you.
Oh, it's great. It's a great NBA Jam team.
Can
Right
throw
there.
up a lob.
Yep.
Simple.
Well, tune into tomorrow's show. We should be live at 10 a.m. Eastern here in the Classic Factory, making those NBA Jam teams. So jump in the stream team and sound off on all of the squads that Lily and I are going to have fun putting together. But yeah,
Can I do a non-Classic Factory plug?
yeah.
I'm going on the Running the Break podcast with CJ Toledano
Hey!
and Alex Wong. I'm doing that tomorrow. I don't know when it comes out.
Okay. So you're talking fashion.
We're talking
Culture.
We're talking about NBA celebrities. I think maybe it's celebrities who can play basketball.
Okay.
And we're talking about NBA rap references and songs.
Ooh,
You got
that'd
any
be
good
fun.
ones?
Put me on the spot here.
Come up with one
Well,
for
I
me
mean,
that's
just
not
go
my-
listen to like Tribe Called Quest. Fife has like literally thousands.
I just keep thinking only of Michael Jordan lines from Jay-Z, so I got to think of something else.
yeah.
I got to come with something off the wall here.
Chef Curry with the pot.
Oh, Wet Like I'm D-Book or whatever was Drake say that? Yeah.
Okay, so we got 2 Drakes, 2 Jay-Z's. Has any other rapper ever said an
Never.
NBA line?
It's never happened.
We shall see.
So Matty O, how long are you in Montreal for? When are you coming back stateside?
I'm leaving tomorrow. I like to keep it vague, you know. I don't want to keep. I don't want people tracking my flights like I'm Elon Musk or something.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to our voices, which are our leashes. For everyone, I'm Matt Austin, and this was good. We'll see you next week.